Hey there, folks. It's the E-Man here, and this is the end, my friend, of physical media, at least on the Sony PlayStation. Recently, they have announced that after January 2028, there will no longer be any physical game releases for the PlayStation. Well, we have, like, what is it, like a year and a half, pretty much, to prepare for it. I guess. I don't know. I mean, well, especially places like GameStop that sell used games. I mean, I guess it's uh, another nail in the coffin for GameStop. I guess, and then I guess the PlayStation 6 is going to be all digital. Yeah, and if that wasn't a big enough blow, yeah, recently they took off like 551 movies. Well, Sony did off of the PlayStation Store. So I'm sure I have a lot of those movies that got taken off. But I have a bunch of those movies here, physical media. So that's why I like to have the physical media as well. Well, I know that PC games have been pretty much all digital for quite a while. So maybe it's not as big of a shock to me, but it's kind of crazy. Oh, yes, and then they're also shutting down the PlayStation 3 and Vita store, but I mean, there's still some good stuff on there. I would definitely suggest you guys going on there checking out some PS1 games. Some of these are PS1 games that are going for like $800 if you try to buy them physically. Yeah, so there's those six. But I guess there are some games that are still going to be like they're still going to have a disc version of them if they're already if they've already been planned to be made before January 2028. It's like, yeah, I don't. It's crazy. The end of an era. We see that the sun is setting on physical media. We're not going to own anything anymore. All we're going to have is a box with a code. Yeah, and then we'll have to go on Rockstar Games server. So if that server ever shuts down, I won't be able to play the game. Or some other crazy things that can happen with the game. And I do know that a lot of it is because a lot of people are buying digital games. A lot of people are buying digital games. They're not buying the physical games anymore. So that's kind of part of it. And then I know really, even if we really have a disc, technically we don't really own the game either. This whole generation has been very weird. Well, I mean, we've got console prices going through the roof. Sony and Xbox doing all this crazy stuff. They keep talking about weird, crazy stuff. I guess this isn't as crazy as some of their other stuff, but yeah, I have a substantial collection of physical PlayStation 5 games. So, yeah, but mostly I've been getting digital because usually it's more. I feel like it's convenient, especially if you're on the computer. All I got to worry about is like the space on my computer. I have an older computer that does have a disk drive, but my that's my older computer. My newer computer, of course, has no disk drive in it at all. Everything's digital. Even like downloading Windows and doing all that on your computer, it's all digital. So yeah, so I mean, maybe I'm not going to freak out as much about it, but we have a little bit of time. So I guess I might want to go out and get some of these physical PlayStation 5 games. But then I know a lot of these PlayStation 5 games, you won't be able to play them, forever, even if there is a PlayStation 5 emulator. Yeah, unless eventually they make a PlayStation 5 emulator, which I'm sure they're probably already working on that. A lot of these games will be very hard to play, especially if they require it to be online or whatever. It's like, yes. But with the movies, Sony got rid of those movies because they have to pay licensing fees to have those. And I guess Sony decided they don't want to cover because you used to be able to buy movies through them. I used to buy movies from them. Then I bought some movies from Xbox. Yes, the first digital movie, the movie I ever got digitally, was the first Avatar movie on the Xbox 360. It took like 2 hours to download the movie. Yeah, that was back when you had to download the whole movie before you could even play it. Now it's pretty much streaming. But yeah, unless the movies are owned by Sony, they're probably going to start pulling a lot of them off there. So I'm up in the air. Like, what console do I feel like supporting? I mean, I've heard weird things going on with Game Pass. I'd rather just have the PlayStation 5 and PC and just kind of see what happens. But it's going to be a big thing. It's a big thing for some people. Some people do like the physical games or the giant like special edition physical game collector's editions and stuff. They're probably going to be starting getting rid of that too. Well, and then the whole big thing of it is, of course, we're going to be charged. You know, these all digital consoles are probably going to cost. They're going to cost just as much as one with a disc drive. I remember that Sony had disc drives that even got for the PlayStation 5, and now it's like a lot of people would be kind of ticked off. They're like, "Why did I buy this this disc drive to put on my PlayStation 5 when everything's going to be digital anyway?" You might you have to start investing. Well, you have to invest in more storage, I would guess, and they're really cutting back on storage of a lot of these consoles. Yeah, the Steam machines, it's not even going to have a gigabyte. I mean, it's like, yeah, what are we talking about? That will be an issue too. I mean, we'll spend more money. We'll have to spend more money on buying storage. With some consoles, it's not as hard as other consoles to get more storage on it. Yeah, just an external hard drive or something. I mean, it kind of stinks a little bit, but, you know, yeah. Yeah, it's just, I love having the physical media. I love being able to, you know, open a disc and just, oh, let's see. Yeah, like the idea of having a physical game. You know, well, look, I can open it up and it's a physical game. But eventually, boom, we'll just have this. We'll have a box. There'll be no spot for a disc. There'll just be, like, you know, download codes or DLC codes or whatever, and that'll be it. It won't be a physical game. So I still like having a physical game that I can put into the console. Technically, a lot of these modern games are not really on the disc. The disc just gives you permission to play it. So it's like we're just paying for the, you know, we're basically paying for the right to be able to play it. We're almost essentially renting a game, if you think about it. We're almost kind of renting it when it's, almost kind of renting it. Because, like, we don't technically own it, really. These modern games, we don't technically own them. Oh, well, let's get another example here of a cartridge game. I own this game. No one can come and, like, turn it off or turn off a server. This game, you know, is going to work. As long as the components in it are still working and it's not corroded and ruined, it's going to stay working, and this is my game. No one can come take it from me. I don't have to pay a monthly fee to be able to play this. I have it. It can't be taken from me. Well, it can be taken from me, but you know what I mean. So this physical media is a lot different than this. I mean, of course, cartridges are a little more expensive, but you get what I mean. It's like, it's my game, they can't come take it from me. That is one good thing about having a physical game. But of course, I grew up in an age of physical games. That was what it was. It was the physical game. And with a cartridge with a disc, you could not play the game. I remember those back in the day. And then it was like when they started doing online stuff, people were buying games online because it was more convenient. Well, because you don't have to go get in your cards, especially now with gas prices the way they are. I guess digital games have just become a real, they've become okay, but I guess some people, younger people especially, they may not be thinking about the fact that, hey, at the end of the day, you don't really own these games. And with these games getting more expensive, what, like $80 for a digital game, that there could be a glitch, something might happen. We don't really know what. Yeah, it's just an ongoing thing. But yeah. So it was just kind of a shock. It felt like we got like a lot of kind of kick in the nuts. We got PlayStation. Well, the PlayStation 3 store. I mean, it was life support anyway. I don't know how many people still have. I mean, I still have a PlayStation 3, but well, now the store's shutting down. I don't know. Eventually, they're going to shut servers down. The PlayStation 3 won't be able to go online anymore. There's a possibility of that when the store is gone. And they claim you can still download games you've already gotten. Well, that would be good. What if they shut the servers off so the PlayStation 3 can't even go online anymore? They're more likely to probably do that. Yeah, and it's probably going to mess up a lot of people that were thinking about probably getting. A lot of people may not buy a PlayStation 5 or a new Xbox because of how expensive they are, and I wouldn't blame them at all for not buying it. It's like, oh yeah, another news here. It's hot. It's like 90 something. I think the next couple days are supposed to be in the 90s or something. So yeah, it's gonna be particularly hot around here in Maine. That's very unusual weather for Maine. So yeah, something's going on with the weather. I mean, I've heard in the UK, what is like 1,000 people have died from the heat. So it's getting hot in a lot of places. It normally doesn't get hot. So what the heck? Yeah, this was just some big thing I saw. Right when I got home on YouTube. It's like a lot of people were talking about it. RTT85, I guess Spawn Wave. Well, heck, I guess a lot of people are talking about it. I think the video game Esoterica guy, he's also talking about it too. So decided I'd talk about it. Yeah, I know maybe you guys may not be too much into these talking videos, but this was a particular thing I wanted to talk about. As many of you know, I have my own kind of ideals. I like to have options. Like, if I want to buy a physical game and I can get it cheaper, it's like, okay. Because usually I go to GameStop and they'll have the older copy of it. Maybe the box is beat up a little bit, but it's going to be a little bit cheaper than buying it. Because usually digital games, they usually don't go down in price. Unless you have Steam, of course. On Steam, a lot of games discounts, and you can get some good deals with some games. But yeah, GameStop is definitely if you want to go buy physical games. But I know all GameStops have become retro stores now. So now even the one, because normally I'd have to drive an hour to get to the new one. But yeah, GameStop is probably another nail in the coffin for GameStop. Because, yeah, when physical games kind of start fading, well, I mean, I go to GameStop, I rarely see anyone really buying. Mostly people buy controllers, storage, the hard drives or whatever for their consoles. People don't really buy games. I know there's a lot of people come to GameStop, they want to buy controllers or peripherals for the console. They don't really want to buy a game because usually just buy a game like whenever. Because it's like for like 24/7, you can pretty much buy a digital game whenever you want to. But the biggest thing is, of course, why are we paying the full price for a digital version? And this has always been the issue. Like, shouldn't the digital version be cheaper than the physical version? I guess now it's not even going to matter. And I do feel like this is like a very anti-consumer thing. Very anti-consumer. As people these companies want us to keep paying for something forever. They don't like it that you buy something and then you just have it and you can just play it. We have issues where our consoles, like the Switch 2, for instance, it feels like in the console where we don't really own it, Nintendo can decide to ban it. Can decide to ban the Switch 2, where you get a weird Switch game that then sets off something on the Switch 2 and then it shuts itself off and won't let you go online anymore. It's ridiculous. Well, I mean, I was even surprised that the Switch 2 was not an all digital console. I thought the Switch 2 should have been all digital anyway. Then they would have this stupid issue fighting over size of stuff. But like many people have stated, a lot of times because we're running low on memory and stuff, the discs can hold a lot more space. Well, yeah. I mean, a disc can hold a lot more space than this cartridge can. You know, so that's an advantage. With discs, you can have a pretty decent sized game can be on a disc. In games now, you do have to install a large file, essentially rip the game off the disc now. So it doesn't really good. The modern disc consoles do not have to. The disc does not have to be continuously spinning like it used to have to be. So yeah, it's like yes, I knew it was coming, but I thought we were going to have a little bit longer. I really thought we were going to have a bit more time, but I guess there's still time. A lot of you probably want to be going and getting those physical games. You know, go to GameStop, really look out, see what you can get there. Because if you really want a physical game or something, you better get to it quickly, because January 2028, that could be coming pretty quick. It'll be coming up quicker than you think. Anyway, if you guys like this video, oh yeah, sorry, yeah, please like and subscribe if you would. Thank you. And feel free to leave any comments. What are you guys feeling about this, the all digital future for Sony? It's like what the heck? Yeah, I don't know if any of you guys have a PlayStation 5, because I know a lot of people put off getting one. But yeah, for any of you who bought those, bought the disc drive for the PlayStation 5, and now they're announcing they're going to get rid of the digital game, get rid of physical games altogether. It's like, wow. All right, wow. Yeah, they just dropped a whole bunch of stuff in our lap. Oh yeah, because as I said, the first thing was the 551 movies Sony took off. Then they're going to shut down the PlayStation 3 and Vita Store, and now we're going to get all digital games now. Like, oh goodness. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Catch you guys later. Bye.